we're live. What's up?
Oh, there you are in living color, alive and well.
I made it. I heard somebody was telling stories about how I didn't make it through.
So I don't know why they even assumed that I was saying that you didn't make it. I was just concerned that we weren't going to put out our episode at normal time, so I felt I should address everybody.
That made you cry. I honestly believe that you probably could win some kind of like SAG award or whatever. Isn't that what they call it?
Do I need to wear a belt?
Yes.
So, okay. Here's my question. So you were without power for what, 5 days, 4 days, something like that?
4 days, yeah.
Okay. So we had an argument 2 or 3 weeks ago about if there was a BDP or an EMP or whatever the double DP.
EPMD.
So yeah, if your wife received a DP, that you said that you could.
I got this. No problem.
what? It's EMP, right?
Yeah.
Electromagnetic pulse.
Yes.
And I had suggested that you wouldn't last very long if not only you lost power, but if everybody in the United States lost power. And you made it very, very clear that you thought that you could live forever with no issues.
What do I need power for? I'm good. I didn't even, when you asked the question, it was like, well, that's a stupid question. I don't even need power.
Okay, so now that you've been through this trial of 96 hours without power.
Yes. I was like this close to eating my neighbor. And we never ran out of food or anything. Just I was like feral. It's like I went feral. I don't even know what happened.
So I'm curious. So in 96 hours, how many times did you try turning on a light?
Oh, God. every single time I went to the bathroom, and every single time it's dark in here. Fuck. Every time. Oh, we got a generator yesterday. We didn't buy one. We borrowed one. We got a generator, got it hooked up and everything at about 11 o'clock in the afternoon. And because it was starting to get fucking hot. I was okay. It was just starting to get so hot in the house. And hooked up the generator and everything. And then right before I left for work yesterday, fucking power came back on. So we ran the generator for like 8 hours or 9 hours, whatever it was.
We should have. So if you had power yesterday, we could have recorded then. You could have called in sick to work.
Nope. I tried to hook the router up to the generator. Nothing. Didn't work. The router and we got the TV hooked up to it, but the TV was like flickering. So we ended up just taking the TV off. Cause I don't know what comes out of a generator. Power. I don't know how that fucking works. I mean, fuck my shit up. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like, the wrong kind of power. AC/DC or fucking whatever.
What kind of power is that outputting? It's either AC/DC or ZZ Top. I don't know.
We got like 3 guys standing around drinking beer. Talking, what kind of power's coming out of that thing?
So, I don't know why I think it's so funny that you hooked your router up to a generator. Mm-hmm. It's like I've got a podcast. God damn it!
Right. The reality is, I was just so goddamn tired of my daughter saying, "Do we have internet yet? We don't have any lights. We have internet. We don't have any fucking lights. What do you mean?"
So I'm seeing some shit in the comments. Snake Eye Studio, he's the guy that did our Raiden shirt.
Oh, sweet.
Doug, Anthony has a disaster and he didn't make a GoFundMe.
No, I did. I just didn't tell you. I raised $16.
You should have started a GoFundMe for power.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Is it too late to start a GoFundMe now? Now that I've got power back? I'm looking for back pay for my power. Oh man.
Are you one of them people that you started cussing, or did anybody in your family start cussing the linemen that weren't working fast enough to get you power?
Both my kids, and I yelled at them for it. I'm like, "You fucking kidding me?" No, we didn't. Nobody did actually. I don't know. I'm not like that. I mean, they're only working as hard as they want to.
Well, fuck, you had like an entire region of the country without power, right? So it's like every tree and telephone pole was sheared off at the base.
Right.
And it's, so since I used to live in that area, I have friends on Facebook still. And it's like a fucking constant countdown of how long they're going without power. Like anybody gives a fuck.
I mean, it's not that big.
My
It's a big
frozen
deal, of
pizza's
course,
starting to
but-
get soft. Update.
Update. I mean, of course, it sucks, but like complaining about it. I mean, what's that gonna do? I mean,
It can get your power back faster.
if I was a power line guy and I saw a bunch of people complaining, I'd leave their power on until last. Like those guys are complaining, they're getting power last.
Reroute the whole matrix just to give them power last.
Right. I'm fucking routing it around your pole, asshole. But our whole neighborhood was just generators, and we went for a walk around the neighborhood, and Jesus Christ, it smelled like gas. I felt like if I lit a match, the whole neighborhood would blow up. It was terrible.
So there's no stores or anything that were open either, right? Or for the most part?
No, there was one gas station, never lost power at all, but everything else was shut down. All of the grocery stores around here throwing out just everything, all their frozen foods. Somebody told me that the Walmart up the street, they know somebody that works there, and it was like $300,000 worth of stuff, like 2 or 3 full roll-off dumpsters, straight into the garbage.
Why couldn't they give that to fucking homeless people?
Because if one homeless person got sick, even slightly, like Walmart would be out of business. I mean, we live in a country where you can sue people for hot coffee spilling on you. They can't take that chance.
You could have them sign a fucking dirty food waiver or some shit.
A dirty food waiver. I think we should get into the legal form business. Here's the who's right dirty form waiver.
Well, it's fucking bullshit that they'll throw away $300,000 worth of food.
Yeah. That was it. I thought it sounded like you were going to go on from there, but I agree with you. I mean, I guarantee you in that 3 roll-offs, dumpsters or whatever, there was food that they're like, I know this is good, but I can't take the chance. And I know that is somebody that would take that chance and eat that food and be fine. I mean, I agree with you, but
I think the homeless people should rise up.
you think so? We'd be fucked. I mean, I wouldn't. There are no homeless people here, but
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well,
okay.
enough of your no power update.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's only so much you can talk about not having power.
Yeah, really. We lit candles the first night, and that made the house too hot, so we didn't do that anymore. Then we just went with them little LED battery-powered lights. That was it. Nothing exciting.
Like I said, there's only so much you can talk about not having power.
That's exactly right.
Okay. I want to read this.
All right.
I took a screenshot of it. This came in the email.
Okay.
So I need you to open it up.
All right. Gotcha.
All right. So this came in after yesterday's little mini episode. Dear Doug, sincerely, what the fuck? The Rest in Peace Anthony episode is fucked up, man. During a time of pandemic hitting the U.S. like crazy and you two being fat fucks and riots and all the other shit, there was no better time to do this. I was like, fuck, man, even my recently discovered podcast got fucked. Glad to know you all are right, but fuck your marketing schemes. Keep up the show, and please no more depressing bait Fox News until COVID-19 is killed. Thanks. Okay, so here's where I need your help.
Mm-hmm.
Pronounce that fucking name.
Andre.
Nope. Now read.
Andrea.
Now read underneath where it's. Just read the sentence underneath the name.
Ann, like Anthony. Dre, like Dr. Dre. I like Illinois. No English person can.
Anthony, you idiot. Start over. You fucked it up.
Oh, now I get it. Okay.
I like Illinois.
I was like, what the fuck does this mean? On, like Anthony. Wait, Ann. I can't. Jesus Christ, can't even say my own fucking name. It doesn't look right to say Ann. Ann like Anthony, Dre like Dr. Dre, I like Illinois. So Ann, Dre, E. Yeah. What? And I can't process that much information.
Okay, it's Andrei.
Yes.
But he says I like Illinois. In that pronunciation, Illinois is I.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Andre. Andre. That's weird. Andre. No English person can ever get it right.
Yeah, no shit, because it's a fucked up name.
Yeah.
That's like saying P like philosopher.
But not with the H, just the P part.
Philosopher.
Can we go back to the beginning of this? Like, I don't know what they call it, a pet peeve or whatever, but I'm sick and fucking tired of hearing people say during a time of a pandemic. Doesn't that annoy you? Like, I can't believe he said that during a pandemic. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
No, I think there's a time and a place for everything. And during a global pandemic where do you realize that almost 0.2% of the population have succumbed to this?
Right. I do realize. Oh, God. I just.
So I was talking to a guy at work today,
mm-hmm.
and I had said something to him about, he said he had to go to his grandkid's school or his kid's school or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, don't forget to take your mask. And I said that because here, pretty much every business now, when you go in, they ask that you wear a mask.
Sure.
It's not mandatory, but you get shunned. And since there's only 4 businesses in this whole fucking 80-mile radius of where I'm at.
Once they shun you, they're going to remember you forever.
Yeah. So I was just I felt like I was doing him a favor by reminding him to take a mask.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't even get me started on that shit. And it's like, I get it.
I didn't get you started.
He's like, and this is what I love. He said, my daughter has a good friend who is a physician's assistant. Mm-hmm. So that means that they got the inside scoop on this whole conspiracy.
All of it.
And what else did he say?
I love Trump.
It was something along the lines of, if you were to dig super deep, most Americans don't realize that the government is incentivizing diagnosing people with COVID-19. And I said, you don't have to dig deep. It's everywhere.
That's what I was just going to say.
That's not even like a conspiracy. It's just common knowledge.
Right. So do you think that people feel like, so that's obviously common knowledge. Everybody knows that. Do you think people get caught up in the, like, this is what the media doesn't want you to know, so they feel special or something, even though, like, everybody, I don't know.
That's how we should market this podcast.
This is what the media
podcast
that
the mainstream media doesn't want you to hear.
I think we should.
And then it's just me talking about jerking off about National Geographic.
I think it's still true. Do you think the mainstream media wants anybody to hear that? Oh my God.
The shit with Biden picking that fucking wrestler as his as the VP, that's fucked up.
Oh, I think it's awesome.
So if you were going to do what Biden did and pick a ex-professional wrestler, would you go with Kamala?
No. The only wrestler I ever even really pretended to like was the Ultimate Warrior. So Butterbean Warrior.
How awesome would that be if like, what's the music that plays when the vice president walks out? I assume it's the same as the president. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah,
dun,
Hail
dun.
to the Chief.
And then the Ultimate Warrior's on the ropes. And he didn't ever have any moves. He had no fucking skills. He was just hyperactive motherfucker.
Right.
And then he just runs off. Obama.
I don't know why. It must have been just the time, or I pretended to like wrestling for about 6 months because I had a buddy that really liked it, and I was like, I guess he said, "Who's your favorite wrestler?" or whatever. I guess Ultimate Warrior. he's got the face paint. That's cool. I guess.
I guess it's that one that's on the TV right now.
So then I was locked in. So stupid to be a kid.
Anyway, this fucking.
I think. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't understand why. So I assume the next step is for Biden to step aside and somebody else come in his place. I think that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, I think so too. They're already talking about Kamala Harris as president or whatever. I think everybody knows, like, we're voting on Joe Biden, but we're not really voting on Joe Biden. You know what I mean? Which doesn't seem fair to me. Why don't we? She already tried to run and didn't win the nomination, so that's like a sidestep.
No, I think before it comes election time, Biden won't be on the ticket at all.
You think so?
I would bet money.
Crazy. That's
$4. I'll bet $4.
$4. So it's funny to me, like, all of this defund the police and like all these riots and everything, and then the Democratic nominee picks like a literal cop to be his running mate. It's so funny.
So he didn't pick her.
You don't think so?
You think he's capable of making any fucking decisions?
Yeah, you're probably right. Do you think he even okayed it? Or do you think he even knows?
I bet he didn't have a choice.
God, that the establishment is so weird. Like how they just everything just keeps churning along no matter what happens. It's so crazy to me.
I want stimulus money. I know I need stimulated.
Yeah. So you want money to get stimulated?
Yes.
I want the. Trump said he was going to cut payroll taxes. That's what I want. Just don't tax me anymore. That's the best thing.
It depends over how long. If he only doesn't tax you for 2 weeks, versus getting $5,000 or whatever you get for your fucking clan you got over there.
No, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Don't tax me anymore, like at all. I don't. I don't want it like for a certain amount of time or any of that or whatever. Just stop taxing me.
Well, you're not going to be able to just opt out forever.
No, I'm not opting out. They're just not going to take it out. There's no. It's just if it's not opting out if nobody gets taxed.
Yeah, but then there's no country.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
No, you're not.
I think I think you don't understand. I could be without power forever. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't need any of this. Oh shit. Oh god. I like the idea. Okay. I like the idea of stimulus check coming in. Obviously, everybody wants money, but I don't want the government to fucking pay people. I think it's a terrible idea.
No. It's a terrible idea for them to pay other people.
Just me. Just pay me. All the money they were going to send to other people, just give it to me.
Did you get stimulus check last time?
Yes.
Did you spend it or did you send it back?
I sent it back, of course. Duh.
Okay.
I got principles.
All right. Well, then you took the legs right out of my argument. I have a feeling you bought a fucking synthesizer.
That's not true. I had to buy shoes for my kid.
Check out these Yeezys.
Yep, my kid needed Yeezys. Just one pair. One pair of Yeezys with my stimulus check.
And one of them stupid white shirts that he was selling for $2,000.
That was so awesome. Not even any fucking printing on it. Just a regular white t-shirt.
Why don't we do that?
I think that's the new Who's Right design.
Yeah.
Just a plain white shirt.
Okay.
How okay. You have to be a marketing genius to do that. How do we market that?
All white is all right.
But how do you? But how do they know how do they know all white is all right? It doesn't say it on the shirt.
We'll sell a second shirt that goes with it that says it.
A little pin that you pin onto your white shirt. I love it. How about we sell shirts with iron-on patches so you can make it say whatever you want? A sticker with iron-on letters.
No, just send him a marker.
That's actually a good idea.
I think an all white shirt and then marketing it as all white is all right.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a market for that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I said I think.
If we could make that the new OK symbol.
Uh-huh. Nobody will ever wear white shirts again. You wear a white shirt, you're getting fired from your job. Oh man.
So there was this article. It's called Life Sentence.
Life sentence.
Louisiana Supreme Court upholds black man's life sentence for stealing hedge clippers more than 20 years ago.
What?
All right, so long story short, I don't want to read the whole article, but this guy, so don't read the article.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm going to ask your opinion.
Okay.
This guy got sentenced to life in prison for stealing hedge clippers from his neighbor.
Okay.
Should that be upheld?
No, of course not.
Under no circumstances should that be upheld.
What? So with the information that you're giving me, no.
Okay, what if he committed none of these were violent crimes, but what if he committed a crime and did that? So he committed a crime, did his time, and then did that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so here's how I look at it. If you didn't commit I don't think that a violent crime should give you life in prison anyways. I don't know. I mean, so no. Are you talking about like a third strike type of deal?
Well, I was working to that. But yeah, spoiler alert, I was working towards a third strike.
Sorry.
I was just taking a long way there.
No, I think that basing our law just randomly picking a sport and saying, well, there's 3 strikes in baseball, so 3 strikes in life and you go to jail forever. I think that's a fucking terrible way to do it.
But that is America's sport. I mean,
yeah, that's true. But you get seven points for a touchdown, though, right? Isn't that right?
What if the entire penal system was based around sports analogies?
See, we either have to go all in or not at all.
Yeah, so you can murder somebody.
Yep.
And as long as you pick their body up and move it 10 yards, you get a first down.
I love it. At the end, right before you die, this game is going to end in a tie. We're going to have to call it a draw.
See, if you're kidnapping and you drop the baby, that's a fumble. So anyway, reading this article got me thinking, and it was the whole thought behind our criminal justice system is if you do a crime, a jury of your peers finds you guilty, you get sentenced, then you serve your time, then you're back out into the world again as you've done your time.
Right.
And in the same breath, we say, but if you do your time twice, the third time, we're going to bring it all back.
Right.
And we're going to hold it against you.
Uh-huh. It's fucked up. I don't understand how, I mean, between that and mandatory minimum sentences, I don't get it. I don't understand how anybody thinks that that's a fair system. You know what I mean?
Why is it a bad thing for mandatory minimums?
Because every single case is different and has different circumstances. And if the judge that's deciding whether you go away for life or 5 years is restricted on giving you, 25 years or whatever.
Yeah, but okay, so there's a minimum wage. Why wouldn't there be minimum sentencing? But even if it's like 6 months.
No. Like, mandatory minimums are for like per crime. Like,
I know. I know what the fuck they are, but I'm saying, what if you made the mandatory minimum 6 months? Then you're fine with it, right? Like you could murder somebody and you know that you're not going to get 4 months. The minimum is 6 months.
No, I don't like, if you're going to give the judges the power to decide, they have to have the power to decide, not like you can decide, but you can't give them any less than this. Well, what if the circumstances warrant less than that? I don't like it.
Right, but what if it's like 6 months? I mean...
Oh, I didn't think about that. Why? Why make it 6 months?
You think a year's too long?
Oh my God. I think if we're going to give it to the judge's discretion, we should give it to the judge's discretion.
I don't. So give me an example of a crime where there's been a mandatory minimum that the judge's discretion would have or should have or could have came into play, and why you think in 50 words or less that mandatory minimums shouldn't be upheld. Go.
No.
That's only one.
I'm not going to do that. However many words that is. You lost me about halfway through that question because it was like 15 minutes long.
Why do you can't think of a good example. You're just telling me something that you've heard somewhere.
No. So if there's a bank robbery, let's say, I don't know, do people still rob banks? I have no idea.
Yes.
And you're driving the getaway car, and they charge you as an accessory in the bank robbery, and you literally sat in the car and drove away, right? So if the judge has to give you 25 years because you are an accessory to a bank robbery where they went in with guns and actually robbed the bank, and you drove the getaway, I don't think you should get mandatory 25 years. I think that there's circumstances in every case.
No, and I don't see anything wrong with that. If you are part of the crime, you're part of the crime. That's it. And don't do the crime if you don't want to do the time.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Just say no, kids.
Dare I say.
You are
so in the example you gave me, that's stupid. Like if you're a judge and you've got 3 people on trial and 2 of them went in with guns and the other one drove the getaway car, you're just going to be like, okay, you get 25 years apiece, and then you, driver, 6 months.
All right.
House arrest.
So let's say that there's a kid, 17, 18 years old, and a couple of adults in their 30s, and they decide they're going to rob a bank, and these 30-year-olds have convinced this 16, 17, 18-year-old kid, whatever.
How old is he? He keeps going down.
I don't
important.
know. It doesn't matter.
Am I going to
17?
It does matter. Am I going to try him as an adult?
Okay, 19. He's 19 years old. All right, but he's a kid. And
no, he's not. He's a man.
Okay.
He can join the army.
He's 19 years old, and he has been.
Does he vape? I need to know the facts.
If he vapes, then it blows my argument because he's going to jail. Mandatory minimum for vaping.
Okay, I'll shut up. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, there are always circumstances. If this kid was coerced, or not even coerced, if they basically used this kid as a getaway driver, and maybe he's kind of stupid and impressionable and young and dumb, and these people are smarter than he is, and they convinced him to do it, that there's circumstances to every case that happens. Why should he get 25 years because he was duped into something, if that's the case?
He should get 25 years for being a fucking idiot. If he doesn't know enough to just say no, okay.
Right there. Just say no. I knew it was coming.
You're not exactly the most intellectual person, right?
No.
If I asked you to rob a bank with me, would you?
What's my cut?
50.
I'm in. 50. I'm in.
All right. See, you deserve every bit of the sentence.
What sentence? We're getting away with this. We're not gonna get caught.
I promise you, neither one of us. Okay.
We're gonna pull a fucking Ocean's 11. We're gonna be complicated as shit.
That's what we could do. We could work through our Ocean's 11 plan and who we'd bring along with us.
It's got to be like so overly complicated. The whole heist takes 6 months. Like actually doing the heist takes 6 months, not just planning it.
We can't even do a fucking giveaway.
I know. We'll get halfway through. You know what? Fuck it. You
Okay.
can have this fucking money back.
You, Jen, your job is to sit here in this room and complain about everything all the time.
Right.
Fritzy, just be Fritzy.
We're gonna need you to chew through some security wires.
Chew through the red one.
Oh shit. Oh man. I don't know, man. There's always circumstances for everything. Everything's not always so cut and dry. You can't have a system that's just cut and dry like that.
I think there can be some cutness and some dryness.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of the 3 strikes thing,
No.
but I think mandatory minimums are okay as long as the minimum is really, really low. Like,
Then what's the point of it then?
because I don't want somebody to only go to jail for 4 months for murdering somebody. I want them to get at least 6 months.
But the okay. Oh my god.
Okay, so in your scenario, here's why your scenario is fucked up.
All right.
So let's say that the 19-year-old retard that got coerced into robbing the bank.
Yeah.
No, let's say he wasn't retarded, he wasn't coerced, and he was actually the ringleader.
All right, I gotta think about this one.
But he went to court and he was wearing the fucking helmet and everything to make him look like he was a waterhead.
Uh-huh.
And the judge didn't know that he was the ringleader.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay.
And he, before the heist,
Mhm.
he took the other 2 people's kids hostage
Oh.
and said, if I go to jail for this, as the ringleader, I'm going to kill your kids. So you have to pretend that I'm stupid.
Yeah, and pretend that I wasn't involved. I was just the driver.
I was just the driver. Okay.
Okay.
According to you, you think the judge should be able to look at that case and say, you know what? He was coerced. He gets to walk out of here free and clear. Under my view of things,
Mhm.
the fucking law wins, man. The fucking law got him.
So,
He can come in all fucking padded up and everything. Doesn't matter. Law
So-
always wins.
in my opinion, in that case, the judge should let him go and grant him custody of those other 2 people's kids. just in case.
Okay, so there should be mandatory custody laws.
Right?
Anytime there's a violent crime, somebody's custody
So-
changes somewhere.
it could, even if they're not involved in the case.
It could be the court reporter.
Just anybody. Just one day, hey, sorry, somebody got proven guilty. Your kids are ours now.
The bailiff kids goes to the court reporter's kids.
Everybody's kids just swap around. Perfect. I like it.
That makes as much sense as the mandatory minimums.
Right?
All right, what's this say?
Bong. Jeez. Swan. Swan Von Maine. Very tragic what happened to our beloved Anthony. I have been praying for it to happen, but that was all jokes. You'll make it through this, Doug. Does it make sense that I'm the one reading that?
I don't want to break it to him that you.
Shh, it's a secret.
All right. All right. What's this tweet that you sent over?
I came across this and I thought it was interesting and it made me think of some things, I guess. Oh, where the hell did I put it? All right. So this says, sometimes it's still hard to say I'm just a straight woman. It feels boring. Having an identity, built-in oppression, having everyone offer sympathy and support, and being the go-to trans for so long was hard to let go of. Now I'm just a basic white girl no one looks twice at. I think that whether people want to admit it or not, I think that this tweet sums up a lot of what's happening. Yeah,
I think it would help if you gave the backstory to the tweet, though. Because right now, nobody understands what the fuck this is about.
I don't have a backstory. That's it. That just came across. There was
Okay, so right underneath it, it says, this tweet has reached different people who aren't familiar with detransition. This was a reflective tweet to help others understand why trans ideology is so addicting. It's easier to make friends based on common identities and makes you an authority figure on a topic with no effort.
There's your backstory. I thought that was implied from what it said, basically. You know what I
It
mean?
wasn't implied. Maybe it is for the common man,
Oh.
but I'm not common. And when I read that tweet, it didn't make any sense to me.
Oh, okay.
And then I read the tweet underneath it, and I thought, oh, okay, so she's just an attention whore that she added a dick and then she removed the dick.
Uh-huh. So it has to be that's what's happening, right? I mean, doesn't that make sense? Like everybody just piles on all this praise on you and tells you how stunning and brave you are. So
Okay, so how do we take advantage of this? I'm gonna.
should I be trans?
One of us should be.
All right, I pick you.
Okay, one of us should be, and not the guy that does the social media.
How about this? We vote on it, and we both pick you.
Okay, so what they're saying is, I became trans to get attention. Oh, what else? Having an identity built in oppression, having everyone offer sympathy, support, and being the go-to trans for so long was hard to let go of. Now I'm just a basic white girl no one looks twice at. Do you think she should be suicided?
No, I think this is amazing. To that much self-reflection and putting that out there is because people like you, what you just said. Do you think she should be suicided? I think putting something like that out there literally opens you up for every type of criticism from every single side. Like, you're going to get criticized because you bought into being trans. You're going to get criticized by trans people. You're going to get criticized. What would be the benefit of you putting this out there unless that's how you really feel and you're just...
Because you still get the dopamine rush of getting likes.
From this?
Yeah. She got 971 dopamine rushes.
Yeah, dopamine's awesome. I don't know. Maybe you're right. It just seems like it would be easier... It would be the easier thing just to keep being trans, right?
I don't know about that. I think I'd... Okay, cut your dick off and tell me how easy that is compared to sending out a fucking tweet.
All right, I'll get back to you. I hate sending out tweets, so...
Okay, so I'm assuming then that this person never actually transitioned.
That I've never looked into this person. I literally read that one tweet and thought it was like... It's super interesting to me because it just like it showed a whole different mindset. You know what I mean? I never looked into this person at all, so I don't know where they were at on their trans journey or any of that.
Imagine going through the trouble of getting a dick sewn onto you and then going back to the doctor like a year later or whatever and like, hey, so I was just fucking around.
I was just kidding. Can you take them stitches out?
I want my clit back.
I want my clit back. Well, sorry, sir. Your clit's up inside you now. Like way too far.
The Raiden drawer guy said, whichever one of you two becomes trans, I'll draw a portrait as a woman.
Can you just do that? Do we have to be trans?
I was gonna ask politely if we could get maybe both me and Anthony as trans. I don't know. We'd put it on a shirt. I don't know what the fuck we'd do with it.
I don't know, but look at it. It would be funny. That's
yeah,
all.
But this guy's artwork is like, it's truly artwork. Like, I'm talking like weeks and weeks of sketching and carving and drawing.
Carving? What's he carving?
just so we can. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Thanks for that, buddy.
I want it. I just don't want it bad enough to pay him.
Oh yeah, me too. What if we just say please? It doesn't even have to be good.
Just stick men with skirts.
Right. Just make sure that I visibly have no dick. That's all that matters. Oh my gosh. So I just this whole thing with trans just came out of nowhere in the past, 4 years or whatever. There's always been trans people, of course. I'm not saying that, but like this wide acceptance just came out of nowhere. And like, if you're trying to figure out why or what, like you're still playing catch up, like what in the hell is going on here? I think this kind of helps understand why this happened and how this happened or is happening.
Did you read this?
Thanks for making a podcast episode, you pickle dicks.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Imagine being in a coma for 10 years and waking up today.
Oh, God. It's crazy just being alive and watching it happen. You still sometimes I still don't even believe it, but Jesus, man. Not even only that, but imagine 10 years from now. I mean, where are we heading? How different are things going to be? You know, it's like things are changing so fast.
So you get out of your coma. I assume as soon as I know when Steven Seagal was in his coma on Marked for Death or whatever, he just got up and started kung fu fighting everybody or whatever. But, so you go outside and then you're confused because everybody's wearing masks and they start yelling at you for not wearing a mask because you don't know you're supposed to.
Uh-huh.
And then there's all these fucking women who look like men. They got hairy legs and shit.
Just skirts. That's the only difference.
The guy from what's that fucking show that Donald Trump was on?
The Apprentice.
Right, the guy from The Apprentice is the
Is
president.
the fucking president. What in the fuck happened here?
If you were in a coma for 10 years, does that mean you slept through the black president?
No, wait. No, you would have went in when he was president because he was president for 8 years and we've had Trump for 3 years, going on 4 years, I guess.
Okay, so if you went into a coma right before the black president
Mm-hmm.
and you woke up, which do you think you would believe less, that there was a black president or that Donald Trump was president?
Both of those things seem so crazy. Oh my God. I think I would believe a black president. Honestly, I think I would believe a black president before I would believe a fucking Donald Trump president. That just seems so fucking ludicrous to me. I mean, it's normalized now, but just the idea, like, dude, this guy was on The Apprentice. It's not. This guy was on The Apprentice and he was a dickhead back then, and you guys voted him president.
You know what? Okay, so every time that I see him, like when he comes out to give a speech or something,
Mm-hmm.
it's still, I understand that he's our president. I understand that.
Sure.
I can't necessarily wrap my head around, like, how did we get to this point in our history?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I mean, because, you know, I don't understand how so many people back him. Like, I can understand not backing Democrats.
Sure.
I can't understand backing him, like wearing a Trump hat.
Right.
That
it's so funny because I think that this tweet helps understand that. If you wear a Trump hat and it gets you all sorts of attention, even negative attention, it gets you attention, and you're in your fucking 50s, 60s, and you have been literally ignored your whole life. Like, nobody even knows you exist. And all of a sudden you put on this red hat and everybody knows you exist and you stick out and you get attention. People thrive on that shit. They fucking need it, you know? And then you get, every once in a while, you'll meet somebody else that has a little red hat and you're like, that's your gang. And you can like, yeah, fuck these fucking Democrats. And then you can talk shit to them, you know? It's all like an identity thing. It's so weird.
Fuck, it would have been perfect comedic timing had I been able to have a red hat here that I could just put on as you were talking. Oh, well, fuck them. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, we are more against the other side than we are for our own side. I think that deep down these people know that Trump is a fucking dipshit. They have to know. There can't be that many people that are that stupid to think that he's the guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's the guy that's going to lead us to something better. Like, come on, man. But they see the other side and they think, well, if I don't vote for Trump, there's riots in the streets and that's what's going to happen. That's the life that we're going to be living, which I don't know what the fucking answer is, man. Let me ask you a question. If Biden wins the presidency, do you think that they are going to riot in the streets? Trump supporters are going to riot and burn down buildings and loot stores?
Not at all.
Not at all. So if Trump wins, do you think that they're going to riot and loot stores and burn down buildings?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So doesn't that tell you that democracy doesn't work? We're in a place where if one person wins, the country's going to burn. If the other person doesn't, then we'll just go on. You know what I mean? Like, how is that a democracy? You're literally threatening And everybody knows it. There's nobody that doesn't know that. You're threatening to burn down the country if this person doesn't win.
But I think that's okay. That's democracy. If you don't do what I vote for, then I'm going to fucking kill you.
Gotcha.
That's
how democracy works.
What do you...
Uh-oh.
How do you think they're going to vote in Whitefish, Montana?
I don't know. I've never been to Whitefish, Montana, but I've been meaning to visit. There's a couple places I'd like to check out there.
If you ever happen to find yourself in Whitefish, Montana, and you're doing some home renovations,
yeah, which I'm planning on it.
Why don't you stop by and visit Midway Equipment Rental?
What kind of stuff do they have there?
Well, if you're in the market for a 2011 JLG 1930 ES Slim Scissor Lift 19-foot,
yeah,
$6,000, you can take it home.
Really? That
Absolutely.
seems like such a good deal. Huh.
If you've got a little more money to spend, you can find yourself a 2013 Genie GS 3232 Slim for $13,000.
Wow. I know $13,000 seems like a lot of money, but I mean, you're really getting a lot with that machine, you know?
Yeah. So anyway, again, if you're ever in Whitefish, Montana, look up Dave at Midway Equipment Rental. Let Midway take you to new heights. I wrote that.
They can thank us for that later.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Oh, man.
So how did that go?
About as good as can be expected. Yeah. So we put out a call for advertisers, and we got some interesting ones, I guess.
I keep meaning to talk to Sly about this other advertiser that we want to bring on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Then why'd you say, uh-huh?
I was hoping it would come to me while you were talking. I would pick it up by context.
There's another advertiser that we've been talking about for 3 weeks on bringing on.
Okay.
Do you have it now?
No. Have we been talking about it for 3 weeks?
Yes. Off the show. The owners, we know the owners personally. They share our names. It's us.
Oh!
Motherfucker.
God damn it. Oh, that's awesome. Yep. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
So I've been meaning to ask Sly if he could get a website set up.
Uh-huh.
And then I never get around to talking to him.
Sure.
So should we just ask him on the show? Should we just work through everything on the show with it?
Yes.
And then next week we just pretend that it never happened, and then we just go into the bit?
Yes, absolutely. I am all for working out everything we possibly can on the show always. I love that.
All right.
That way everything's out in the open. I love it.
This one's a fancy color, and I don't know what this means. It's probably like $4, but hold on. It's worth one of these.
Bing. Great show, lads. You both have the collective IQ of a bruised eggplant, but you make up for it in humor and humility. Humility. A new topic for you. The Supreme Court gave away
All right, stop. It's only $4.
I didn't even finish reading it. Oh, God.
Right,
oh, my God.
We'll finish it.
The Supreme Court gave away half of Oklahoma to the Indian tribes. I heard that. It's crazy. That's it. That's all I got. Did you hear? I'm sure you heard about that. It happened a while
No,
ago.
I don't pay attention to the Indians.
Oh, yeah. The Supreme Court said that like half of Oklahoma is now officially back to Indian land or Indian tribal land, whatever they call it. They gave it back to them. They own it now.
Well, I don't understand. Why?
America.
Like,
I don't know. Because we took it. I don't know. The Indians sued them. I don't understand it either. The Indians sued them or something. I'm not really sure. But I don't know. There was a case going through the courts, and the Indians won.
How do you give away half of Oklahoma, like within their houses and shit? It's like, are you just live in a residential neighborhood now? All of a sudden, you're fucking running with wolves, bitch.
I mean, I don't. Have you ever been to Oklahoma? They got houses there. I don't know.
Yes, there's houses in Oklahoma. There
Yeah,
used to be a
but, like,
federal building too.
oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what land they gave back. What like, I have no idea the details. All I know is that they gave half of Oklahoma back to the Indians.
Oh, okay, so if they actually gave back half,
Mm-hmm.
and they only gave them plots of land where it's just dirt, I'm fine with it.
You guys can have a community garden.
And it's in little quarter-acre plots.
Quarter acre chunks. I think there's an empty lot at the end of the corner. That's yours now. You're gonna need to mow it. It gets long.
But you're still a member of the homeowners association, so you can't put up your fucking teepee.
Right? We don't allow that here. I can't believe you didn't hear about that. I can't believe it didn't make bigger news. Actually, it happened. Oh, it's probably been a month ago or better, right?
You think this is legit? I think. Okay, one, is Peter North dead?
He has to be, right? He was old when I mean, who's right? Peter North here, old adult film star, really enjoying the stream tonight. Great job, guys. No. Even if he's not dead, I don't think he would know how to internet. He's old. He's got to be in his 70s if he's still alive.
I think we're talking about two different Peter Norths.
The porn star, right?
Yeah, but this ain't the same. I'm looking on Wikipedia, and it's a different Peter North.
Does it say porn star?
I thought, yes. I thought Peter North was like from the 70s.
I thought he was like from the early 90s, right? But he was old then. I don't fucking know.
All right. Well, thanks.
But he's watching, so cool. Did you fuck Tracy Lords when she was underage?
What? That's your go-to question? The fucking weirdo? And if yes, what was it like?
You're the weird one.
What were we talking about? Indians, right?
Engines, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Good. I don't care.
Oh, God.
I think we should give the other half of Oklahoma to the blacks.
Yeah?
And then we're done. Reparations complete.
Reparations complete. Is there, if we decide reparations, is there ever a time when it's done? Or is it just like reparations forever? Or, I mean, is there enough? You know? Because there's people, the Black Lives Matter people are saying that when they loot the Gucci stores, that's reparations.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah. So, I mean,
and
if they got their reparations.
So, all right. So if you follow that train of thought, like you raid or you loot a Gucci store, that's your reparations.
Yeah.
Just think about how shitty it would be if you like, okay, we're not going to press charges. That's your reparations.
Yes.
Now we're even.
Yep.
But what if you're the poor fucker that looted a Dollar General and all you took was ramen noodle? It's like,
damn it! I had my chance for reparations and I didn't take it. I just saw, when I woke up today, I just saw Kamala Harris, Joe Biden are not recommending. They're saying that they're going to enforce a federal mask mandate or whatever to where everybody has to wear masks federally. So I can't wait for that to happen.
wait a minute, didn't you have something? You said you just put something on the board that would help with masks.
Yes. I didn't title it. I just put it straight on this fucking card. Damn it.
I love when you do that.
I hate when I do that.
Excuse me, everybody. It takes a little bit to copy and paste his bullshit.
Yeah. So, morality pills may be the U.S.'s best shot at ending the coronavirus pandemic, according to one ethicist. So, the gist of this is that they want to force people to take medicine, some sort of drug that makes them more susceptible to, like, hey, you should wear a mask. And people are like, I don't want to fucking wear a mask. I think it's a conspiracy. Well, if you take these drugs, that makes you more like, okay, I'll do whatever you say.
So what they should do is take this medicine
Mhm.
or this, is it called medicine or is it this drug?
Yeah.
Is it called medicine if it's meant to hurt you?
I don't think it. Well, the way they look at it, it's not meant to hurt you. So yeah.
Hey, you want to give a plug to Brandon?
What?
Get a free Who's Right cassette tape or VHS tape with every purchase of a PKC sticker pin pack. So, Brandon, why don't you type in your website? We'll put it up here and try to drive as many people as we can over there for you, buddy. Thank you for everything that you're doing. You motherfucker! Fucking piece of shit.
What a fucking turd, man.
No,
Jesus
it's fine.
Christ. It's fine, but Jesus Christ.
I would actually encourage anybody that wants to watch this on VHS to visit Brandon's website.
Me too. However much he wants, pay him. Moral enhancement is the use of substances to make you more moral. The psychoactive substances act on your ability to reason about what the right thing to do is.
Yeah. We got that. Do you think that I moved my fucking boom arm thing here and I can't find a good spot? Okay. Is it called a medicine if it's only meant to hurt you? Or do you just call it a drug?
I think colloquially we just call it a drug, right?
What the fuck is a colloquially?
I think in layman's terms we just call it a drug, right?
Okay. So I don't think there's anything wrong with this drug. I just think that we should figure out a different way to deliver it. Like maybe we could put it in their water or their toothpaste.
Right. Put it in. I think we should put it in toothpaste. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe they've never thought of that before.
All right. So what? So they have this drug that turns you into a yes man.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, but it says morality pill. So that's
Yeah.
telling me thinks that that it's supposed to make you more morale.
More
Like
the
it boosts your
mushroom.
morale.
Boost your mushrooms.
So everybody eats these pills and they're like, "Yay, team!"
Right. Another challenge is that the defectors who need moral enhancement, that would be us, we need moral enhancement, are also the least likely to sign up for it. As some have argued, a solution would be to make moral enhancement compulsory or administer it secretly, perhaps via the water supply.
What?
These actions require weighing other values. Does the good of
I'm not getting on no fucking scale. Fuck you.
I'm weighing shit. Does the good of covertly dosing the public with a drug that would change people's behavior outweigh individuals' autonomy to choose whether to participate? Does the good associated with wearing a mask outweigh an individual's autonomy to not wear one? This is so fucked. The scenario in which the government forces an immunity booster upon everyone is plausible, and the military has been forcing enhancements like vaccines or uppers upon soldiers for a long time.
That's fine. If that's protecting my freedom by making super soldiers, I'm okay with it.
If they can kill more Iraqis, I'm in. I want them to be able to choke 3 Iraqis with each hand. Freedom!
Yeah, okay, so they may be able to choke 3 Iraqis with each hand, but there's a good chance that when they get off these drugs and come back to the States, they're going to be super depressed, not be able to sleep, start drinking, end up killing people, and eventually commit suicide.
Right. And they're going to remember all those Iraqi children that they choked, because nobody can choke a full-grown human with 3 full-grown humans.
Yeah, all that's fine, but are we going to be able to have our freedoms?
Right. Freedom, right. Just the fact that they are putting out articles like this and just everybody's just nobody's talking about it. They're talking about dosing the fucking water supply to make people more docile so they'll wear masks. And it's gonna the fact that nobody cares means that it could very well happen. Nobody's even talking about it. It's just like so crazy to me.
Wing Wong in the chat suggests that this could be satire. Is it?
I don't know. It could be. I have no fucking clue. I don't read fucking where the shit's from. The Conversation. Where's The Conversation? TheConversation.com.
Normally on the satire sites, they say that down at the bottom, and this don't say that.
Mm-mm.
And there's a picture of a pill on a spoon, so that's pretty legit.
It's pretty legit. Oh god. Let's see. I'm gonna click on who we are. The conversation. I'm not reading all that.
So let me ask you.
All right.
Okay, obviously you're not gonna worry about anybody's grandparents and put a mask on unless you're told to.
Me personally?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Is it because we've already talked about this in the past, but I want maybe, new information, your view could have changed.
Mhm.
Is it because you don't believe that the virus is contagious and deadly, or because you don't want to be told what to do?
I don't want to be told what to do, and I don't think that this is a whole lot worse than the flu, and we deal with the flu every year. And I think you say this every single time that I have this argument, but I think if we start just accepting that we have to wear masks for this, then we have to wear masks every flu season, and I'm just not interested in that.
Okay. So with that being said,
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of a situation. Let's say that every time you walk outside,
Mhm.
there's a hornet.
Mhm.
And if you don't have Vaseline on the tip of your nose,
Mhm.
the hornet will stab you.
Mhm.
And you will kill the nearest human being next to you. Okay,
Okay.
so that I don't know how I got to this, but this is where I got to, so you're gonna have to play with me.
Okay.
Okay, so if you walk outside,
Mhm.
hornet stabs you,
Mhm.
you stab the next person.
Okay.
Unless you have Vaseline on your arm or on the end of your nose.
Okay.
When you walk outside, do you put Vaseline on your nose?
No, probably not. I think what I would do is try to eradicate the problem as best I could. Try to kill that fucking hornet.
But so there's swarms of hornets and they're invisible.
All right. Sounds plausible.
They can stay on hard surfaces for up to 18 hours
I'll stay soft.
unless you put Vaseline on it. So like countertops, you could have these invisible murder hornets on your countertops unless they are eradicated. But then 2 to 3 hours after you eradicate them, they could land there again and they could still be there.
Fuck.
Okay, so you walk outside and there's swarms of invisible murder hornets everywhere.
Mm.
And the only way to protect yourself is to put a dab of Vaseline on your nose.
Okay.
Do you do it?
No, probably not.
Then you're fucking stupid.
Why? Why?
Because if there's fucking murder death hornets running around outside and they're going to make you potentially kill your kid.
So what you're doing is make you potentially kill your kid. What you're doing is you are, I think this is a perfect example. You have taken something that most rational people realize is not a threat, and you've attributed a threat to it, and then you've called them stupid for not listening to your stupid solution to this, non-existent threat.
No. So science proved that Vaseline on your nose stops the invisible
murder hornets.
I'm not asking you to overthink this. I'm asking you to answer the question. And if your answer is truly no, you would risk stabbing your kid because you don't want to look like a dipshit with Vaseline on the end of your nose. Then you're a piece of shit dad and you should have your kids taken away.
Well, I mean, those are two different conversations.
But if you will walk outside with the Vaseline on your nose, then you're a sheep.
Stunning and brave. So I have heard, I'm not arguing this because I don't know. I haven't even looked into it, but I've heard masks work. I've heard masks don't work. I don't know the science because I don't care. I don't think that this is the Black Plague. If I walk near somebody without a mask on, everybody's dead. I don't think that's how this works. So I'm not that worried about it.
I'm talking about the invisible murder hornets, dickhead. I'm not talking about COVID.
So am I. That's what I was talking about. Wasn't I?
Okay, so you're being serious when you say that if there was invisible murder hornets, and if you walk outside, there's a half there's a quarter of or a half of a percent that you're going to get stung, and then another 0.5% that if you get stung, you're going to die. You wouldn't wear Vaseline on your nose?
That's stupid.
Whatever.
Whatever. I have to wear a mask to go into the stores. I don't like it. I'm not going to fucking bitch at the fucking people that work at the stores that make $8 an hour about it, but I don't have to like it either, you know? That's it. That's the whole thing. I can think that it's fucked up, and I can think that forcing people to wear masks that are not even proven to work is a shitty thing for a free country to do. Well, whatever.
Yeah, but it's for my safety.
Is it? I thought it was for your grandma's safety.
Okay. I'm starting to get upset with you.
Why?
Because you're making this all a big conspiracy, and how they're you're pretending like they're trying to politicize this virus. And so I can't believe it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
You fucked me up. All right. So
isn't it hard to take any of this seriously? Just watching what's been happening, watching what Trump says and the response to it and his response to that. I mean, the whole thing is just a joke from the top all the way down. And how am I supposed to respond to a joke other than by laughing? This whole thing is so stupid.
Have you thought about maybe renting a scissor lift?
I was in Whitefish, Tennessee, or whatever you said. Whitefish, Montana. Is that what you said?
I don't fucking remember.
I drove through and they were all out.
So did you see that the CDC suggested maybe using glory holes for sex?
No. I hope that's true. God, I hope that's true.
So
the virus can be spread by looking at each other during sex.
They didn't specifically call them glory holes, but what they said is, quote, use barriers like walls that allow for sexual contact but prevent close face-to-face contact.
Is that real?
Yes.
That is awesome. Can we get some plexiglass and drill a hole in it and sell it as like a Who's Right sex barrier or something?
We can do anything we want, but
I mean, that's amazing. I want a Who's Right branded sex barrier. A freestanding, clear Who's Right sex barrier. Just has 2 legs and a piece of plexiglass with a hole in it.
No. I don't think I'd want that. I think I'd want a big piece of plexiglass with a head strap so you had to strap the plexiglass to yourself. And then you just walk around with your wiener sticking out of the hole.
That would be awesome. Oh, God.
This makes me so it's a legit news article, but I feel like this sentence in here was put in there to see if somebody would pick up on it. It says the recommendation is just a tip and not a firm rule.
Somebody's trying to be funny. Oh my God. So I think you segued into that perfectly. This whole thing is a fucking joke. Everything is a fucking joke from the top down.
All right.
All these institutions are literally just making fools out of themselves.
So I seen that the trial for the I Can't Breathe cop or whatever the fuck his name is. So how are they promoting that? Gavel to gavel coverage on Court TV or whatever?
Yeah.
So just like with OJ.
Yeah, sure.
I am so looking forward to that. I was thinking about, because I don't have cable or anything.
You can get cable just so you can watch it?
I would. Yes. I am actively rooting for this guy to get off just so I can see what unfolds.
I'm telling you that he's going to get off, and then Trump's going to win, and then America's over. We're done. That's it. There's going to be nothing left to burn.
What if he gets found guilty, Trump wins, pardons him?
Oh, that might be even better. God.
Listen, are you really going to let him off? He killed an innocent citizen. Well, yeah, but he was black.
So when does it start? Does it say?
I don't. That's it. I've told everything about it. I know
Oh.
now.
So did you watch the OJ trial?
Yeah.
I remember I was young, but my dad used to come home from work and watch that OJ trial literally from the time he got home till the time he went to bed every single day. And I was in my head, I was like, why? What's the point of this? So it just seems so weird to me.
So you didn't have any connection with OJ when you were a kid?
I didn't even know who he was
Nordberg. How the fuck did you not know Nordberg?
from not police academy. Fuck.
Naked
Naked
Gun?
Gun. Yeah. I mean, I guess I knew the Naked Gun movies, but it wasn't like he was just another actor, like in the Naked Gun movies. I don't know. I never knew he was a football player. I never knew nothing about him. I was at a bowling alley and I saw on TV, they had the chase on TV. I'm like, oh, a white truck getting chased by police. Huh, that's crazy. And then everybody's like walking around talking about him, like, huh, who the hell's this guy? I don't fucking know.
What were you, like 5 or 6 or something?
I don't know. Wasn't I like 12? Wasn't it like around like 92, 93?
Oh.
I think I was 12 or 13.
All right. What do we got? New. Oh, the Glory Holes thing. That was sent in by Chris. Thank you, Chris. New patrons.
Yeah.
Let me check the email, see if there's any late breaking patrons. There's not. God damn it.
Late breaking.
Damn it.
Oh.
I really need to get that fucking planer, and I'm not going to get it if people don't fucking sign up. Okay, so we're not going to get any funnier, so you can't ask for that, and you can't ask for us to be more entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, what do we need to do to get more of you to sign up to our Patreon?
Hot chicks. We need to get hot chicks on here. All right. What if I show my boobies?
What about? Would you be willing to let me? Would you send me a couple pictures
Nope.
of you in a thong?
No.
What if it's-
thong? No.
What if it's just for my own personal use? Has nothing
yeah.
to do with.
For sure. Yeah.
All right.
I just wouldn't sell them because that makes me a whore. I'd give it away though.
What if you give it away with a steep donation? All right, you want to go?
Yeah.
You want the music or you?
Yeah, music. Shit, yeah.
Nope. They didn't earn that one.
Nope. All right. Thank you, Dakota.
Braden, thank you for signing up.
Gates went from 1 to 5. Thank you.
Kyle, thank you very much for signing up.
Michaelaro. Why do people have such weird names?
You get the confusing
I know.
Michael Rowe, Michaela Rowe.
Macaulay Culkin.
Hold on.
Sounds good. There you go.
Rolo, thank you very much for signing up. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
You got to work on hitting the post
I don't know what that means, but cool. I will. I'll try harder next week.
with the music. You got to time your talking to when the music fades in, fades out.
Oh, is that
We've been doing.
is that called hitting the post?
It sounds right, don't it?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
So there's all these podcast Facebook groups and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this idea. I don't know if I want to do it or not, but I put it on the board here, wherever here is, creating a successful podcast.
Okay.
Because somebody sent me one of our old episodes and asked me a question about it, so I started listening to it, and in it, we were talking about setting up our Patreon, and this was back when we had like 3 patrons or whatever,
Yeah.
and how we did everything exactly like you're not supposed to. There was a list of ways to set up your Patreon, and we missed every one of them. So then it got me thinking about this show and how we've done our show so far.
Mhm.
And so I went and referenced how do you create a successful podcast, and it gave a list. And I wanted to know if you wanted to talk through what we've done versus what it tells you to do.
Absolutely. you want to do that today, or you want to wait till next time? That sounds amazing. It's up to you.
Well, we've been going for a fucking hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.